So, hello everyone, my name is CŁA Lịnh.
And my name is Minh.
And
My name is CŁA Lịnh.
And today we will debate about the opinion that young people are encouraged to work for years between finishing high school and starting university studies. So I guess let's just get started. Martin first. So our very first idea is, this kind of like being very popular, is that so when you take a gap or work before university, you're able to gain more life experience than just studying from school. So that is our very first point.
So, personally, I partly agree with your view, but I think, in my view, some specific jobs, for example, like scientists or environmentalists, you have to have an amount of knowledge of. So you have to have a variety of academic knowledge to have job effectiveness while you're working.
Okay, so our opinion that I stand against that is that I think that some job, like what you said, doctor, scientist, that requires academic qualifications, they still can learn that after they go to work for a few years or traveling. Because I think that if they go for work, for example, like in the laboratory or in some, like in an internship, they still can gain experience from these, I don't know what it's called. I think it's the old scientists there, and they still can gain their knowledge after their internship by attending university. So, we didn't say that they will stop study.
So it's, in fact, your opinion is true, but the truth is that some of the knowledge and skills that only taught in the university, so that through experience you have to take a long time to learn it. So it's better to study at the university right after graduating from high school. And our next view is that you should study university because they will give you certificates. Nowadays, the job market is more and more competitive, and a degree in your resume will be a huge advantage for yourself compared to other applicants, and employees would prefer a person who has amount of knowledge to work efficiently with less training time.
Okay, so to stand against that, I think that there are some jobs nowadays, such as like KOL, marketing influencer, or YouTubers that do not require you to, have a certificates at school. You only need to have creativity, passionate with your job, and there are some people in the world that are still famous.
Yeah. So I agree with your view, but when you want to be, for example, like a YouTuber, you still have to learn in some class in university. There are some university who taught you become a YouTuber, so you still have to learn how to make a video, how to become natural while you're taking your videos. So it's still important to attend a class, or here is a university in that field, to know how to learn some soft skills for your job.
Can I ask you a question? Can you give us evidence of a certain YouTuber or a KOL that have to be been taught at school as a certain professional school? Can you give us an evidence to prove that you're right?
There are a lot. I know it, but you know that there's a lot, but
Ooh.
So the truth is that I don't say that we have to learn to the university, but you have to train in the class or you need a teacher to learn about that skills.
Can we change into another opinion?
I could just come to another point.
Okay. If we go to work first, so we can earn money on our own, and we can live independently with our parents' financial support.
Well, I think that having a degree can help you like find a job easier and can have higher salary to help with parents and things like that.
I think that there are like a tendency right now. There's like students tend to, gain money by themselves instead of like, spending it for school fee. And then when, for example, like when they go to work, they still can get like compliments from their boss. And I think that that's somehow really, what is it? What is it? Oh, somehow it really, like build up their resume.
Yeah.
Can you repeat that?
So I said that, like students nowadays tend to, they used to work, they tend to work before school, and then they can gain their, for example, they can gain their compliments from their boss, good compliments. They can gain both salary and compliments, and somehow they would just like boost up, they will build up their resume at school after they go to work.
So, to be honest, your view is true. I agree with it, but
Honestly, don't you think that if you don't have a degree or something, so you would like do a normal job, like a smaller position? Yeah, smaller position. So, and like, don't you think that there are more workers that works like you, so the boss don't really care, and if they compliment you, they could compliment the others too. So
in addition from her talk is that when you apply in a job without a degree, you will only work in a small position. So it's hard to know that like the boss will not always like see your works too clearly, because like it's hard to get compliments because there are too many people like you in the same position for you. So it's usually your manager, not your boss, like that.
What? Like, I'm sorry, can you just repeat your like opinion in a very short, because we don't really understand it.
like, do you think that there are many people at your position too, and work as and hardworking as you? So they will also get attention from the boss, and I don't really agree that in a lower position like that you could be noticed by the boss, because
Too many people with the same position with you.
Okay, so so our ideas to them again that is that there are some people that they don't really need degrees. They don't need to have like the bachelor degrees to being acknowledged by the boss. All they need to do is to vote for that job, their passion, their dreams, and all their efforts.
But you have to notice that when you apply to a job, so it's depend a lot on your resume, and in your resume, if you have a degree, it's better to have, and you will be considered to a higher position? So,
Do you have anything other things to share?
so let's switch to another view, okay? So our next view is
Well, I believe that there are chances to enjoy a student life without pressure, but to gain knowledge and experiences.
What? What do you mean by that?
Like nowadays, universities always try to give their learners a chance to gain experiences through competitions and carnivals with other schools having the same field like you're studying.
so that you can apply your knowledge, the things that you have learned to real life, to compare to others, to others from other schools without pressure.
I think if we work first, it can become. We can consider it as an internship, and internship help us how to can help us gain more.
Yeah.
Not only the experience and skills, but also the behavior when we communicate with other people. Yeah.
So, to be honest, I agree with your view, but through competitions and carnivals, you can communicate with others from other schools with the way you communicate, like you can act like you are the workers and you are communicate with your employer, with your friend, the one who work in the same field with you by academic words, by academic knowledge, because it's a carnival and you will share your knowledge to others, and you can also earn knowledge from the others people.
You also can gain real experience from other people, from your boss, from your employers, from your employment, from your friends, from your
But
coworker.
the things that we can say it here, that you can earn their knowledge and experience without pressure from the financial to your families. Like you can also enjoy your university life, and also learn knowledge and experience without pressure from the boss, from the managers. Do you agree with that? Is that true?
I certainly don't agree with that, because like you're saying in one way that you only can gain your knowledge, experience, that only by your studying your university. But we opine that people can also gain real life experience, like communicating or public talking, by just communicate or talk with your coworker without pressure.
Well,
You-
3 more minutes. Well, I think that if there are carnivals and competitions, after you can communicate and like make friends with them.
So, in addition, we can also gain knowledge and experience through the other people from other school who has the same field with you. But you can imagine that you have to go to work and you have pressure from the salary, from the boss, from the manager if you're doing not good or even good but not good like others, and qualities. But right here you can apply what you have learned, and you don't have to worry about the bad things that boss or manager will say to you when you work ineffectively. So
In my opinion, I think who said that if we study in the university, we won't have the mistake. Cái gì nhỉ? I think that if we study
She means that like you're talking like in one way that like when you're talking about like the working pressure, if for example like an employee gets like complaints from their boss, but how about students get complaints from their teachers? So are they able to communicate with other good students?
Of course, yes. You know that when we not only like university will not just give you a chance to communicate with normal students around the school, and they give you the chance to communicate with other friends from other schools, and then like you can learn from good people, the one who have like good knowledge like in other schools, and you can also like have more friends, and they may help you in the future. That may help you in the future.
State your last skill, choose the strongest one. Can we, this time is up.
Can we? Okay. After short time working a weekend, students can attend school. So when learning subject or fields that require students to practice, they want structure because they have the skills before. So their results will be higher than the others who didn't have a job before. So it is a good chance of getting promoted to higher positions such as managers.
Like the student would be better.
Yeah, and we will have a higher salary
when
So
working.
you know that even when you're learning at university, you can also be promoted by top companies, because like every year companies will like come to the university and find a person who has a good good grades, good experience through carnivals and competitions around it, and they're good, so they will promote for that one to learn it, and after that they can come to the company and work without with less training time than others.
But my view is
Okay, thank you guys for your presentation. Your time is up.